A new boat dock is now in place at the Williamstown boat ramp, made possible by a donation from Craig Nichols and his wife Carla. The couple said it's their way of thanking the Williamstown Fire Department after Mr. Nichols and another worker were rescued from the river when his boat flipped. Our Cassidy Fury has the story.
Williamstown is a river town, but until now, it didn't have a dedicated dock at the boat launch, just a crowded, sometimes risky area for boaters to load up and for first responders to work rescues. Mayor Paul Jordan said it all started after a call the fire department won't forget, when Craig Nichols and a worker ended up in the water.
Mr. Nichols had an incident where we had a rescue on the river, him and one of his employees, and we were able to rescue them successfully on the river.
Jordan said after that rescue, Nichols reached out asking what he could do to help the city and the department that helped save 2 lives. Carla Nichols said the day it happened, Craig and a worker never expected trouble, but the river was high and the boat's motor had failed.
The motor cut out. They got it started again, and then it cut out again, and they couldn't get it started again. So they quickly started downstream and could not get that craft started again. So they came and they rescued them, and we owe them a lot for that.
The Nicholses say the dock solves a problem boaters have talked about for decades, creating a safer, smoother flow for tying up, loading passengers, and getting trailers in and out. Carla said it's also about helping first responders get to the river faster.
Not only just for boaters, but definitely for the Williamstown boat, the fire boat.
Mayor Jordan said that access matters because when emergencies happen on the river, seconds count.
If we had a river rescue or something, the fire department didn't have an area to stage. This gives us a staging area. This will allow us to do things safely in a manner. We have had accidents. We have had drownings at our boat dock area. The river is always dangerous.
The Nicholses hope the dock becomes a foundation, something the community can build on for years to come. And for Craig, it comes back to gratitude for the people who responded that day.
I can just tell you that the training, the dedication that these guys, all first responders have, is what saved our life. And I don't think I could ever repay that.
The Nicholses said the new dock is just the start, and they're encouraging the community to keep investing in the riverfront. Reporting from Williamstown with WTAP News, I'm Cassidy Fury.